Have you ever been in a situation where you felt pressure and you had to decide either to go towards it or to run away from it? Today, we're talking about the heat of pressure and how pressure could actually be your friend here on the Kingdom Confidence Podcast. Welcome to the Kingdom Confidence Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Jesse Cole. Thank you for being here today and for always supporting and liking and sharing this podcast. It really does us a great deal of help when you do that, and it spreads the word about this kingdom message of kingdom confidence that we're sharing. Kingdom confidence is God's power, authority, and influence demonstrated through you and I with authenticity and boldness. And the purpose of this podcast is to help you, to encourage you, to equip you to lead with authenticity and boldness. And so we thank you for being here, for showing up. Today, we're talking about the heat of pressure and how pressure could actually be your friend. It's easy to run away from it, but pressure can actually be your friend when you embrace it. We're going to just talk about what that looks like for you and I today. You know, there are so many people who are planning their lives. They're planning their lives to try to avoid discomfort. Yep. They are planning for perpetual, luxurious, non-invasive experiences. I'm not talking about, vacation. I love a non-invasive, luxurious vacation. I love non-invasive, luxurious experiences. But life is not full of non-invasive, luxurious experiences. There's a lot of pressure in life. And how you approach it, how you respond to it, it lets you know what's on the inside of you. And there's nothing wrong with luxury. I choose my hotels off luxury. I choose my flights off of luxury. I choose a lot of things off of luxury because when I'm going somewhere, I want to make sure that I'm in a great environment and that I'm comfortable. But as far as real life, though, real life, listen, pressure comes to break up a lot of luxury. And if you don't have some good stuff on the inside of you, then you're going to always find yourself succumbing to the grasp, to the pressure of pressure. One thing that luxury can do if you seek it out too much is that it can lull you to sleep. It can dull your senses. It can make you live outside of reality. If you depend on it, if you depend on comfort, if you seek comfort too much, then it can lull you to sleep. And we've heard the saying that if you're not growing, then you're dying. One thing that pressure does, it helps us to grow, because comfort is a silent killer of progress. Say that again. Comfort is the silent killer of progress. But as life goes, pressure will come. Pressure of losing a job, pressure of losing a family member, or breaking up in a relationship, or maybe you had some financial pressure and maybe the money that you've been saving up, now you have to use that for an emergency because you didn't have an emergency fund. And maybe there's pressure of your children. Maybe the child that you thought was going to be this, life happened and now they're in rehab. Maybe there's the pressure of a sickness that comes upon you, something that you didn't even see coming. You went to the doctor and you got all good reports, but then you got a bad report and it changed the trajectory of your life. Maybe the business that you are so passionate about, maybe you've hit a rough patch, and financially you're wondering if we're ever going to be sustainable. Like, all of these different things can happen. Maybe there's something happened within your church, and now you got the pressure of either staying at your church or trying to find a new place of worship, or trying to find a new place to live because the house you're living in, maybe you can't afford it anymore. And so now you got to go downside. Like, there's a lot of pressure. The pressure of past trauma coming back into your life, and things that you never even processed. Now you're processing in real time, and it's impacting every area of your life. Pressure, 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 pressure. The pressure of of an automobile going down. You're the only reliable transportation that you have, and now you gotta figure out how you're gonna get this car fixed. Pressure, pressure, pressure is everywhere. And if you don't respond accordingly, if you don't have the good stuff, the right stuff on the inside of you, then how you respond to that thing can determine whether you thrive, you survive, or you die. Pressure, pressure, pressure. How you respond will determine whether or not you grow from it, or it smothers you, it crushes you. So when pressure can be your friend, remember that pressure can be your friend. It's how you look at it. So, Coach Jesse, I know you're saying, Coach Jesse, what are you talking about? Pressure can be my friend. What are you talking about? Pressure can be your friend in this way. It squeezes out what's on the inside of you. If you've been working on yourself, you've been doing the work on yourself, if you've been putting faith in, if you've been putting love in, if you've been putting hope in, you've been putting the right information in to help you build up your personal, your financial, your spiritual self, your emotional self. If you've been doing the work, and when pressure comes and it squeezes you, then guess what's going to come out? It's going, whatever's on the inside, you're going to come out. If you've been putting faith in, guess what's going to come out? Faith. You've been putting love in, guess what's going to come out? Love. You've been studying on how to increase yourself financially, and a financial crisis comes, guess what's going to come out? Whatever you've been putting in on the inside of you, investing, real estate, all these solutions are going to come out because you've already put them in. When pressure comes, it squeezes you, but what's on the inside of you is going to determine whether or not you have a mature response. An immature response means that you didn't put the right stuff in. You weren't meditating on the things that you were putting in. You weren't you weren't resting in the things that you were supposed to put in. But when you put the right stuff in and you meditate on it and you rest in it and you practice it, and when pressure comes, that's what's going to come out. You've indoctrinated yourself with the information, with the habits that can meet the moment. When pressure comes, it squeezes out what's on the inside of you. It reveals what you can handle, not just adversity, but your opportunities. It reveals what you can handle. And it forces you to focus on what really matters. But you got to be in practice, though. You got to already be in that practice for it to come out of you when the pressure comes. That's the way that pressure becomes your friend. That pressure reveals what's on the inside of you. That when I think about the people in my life who I call friends or brothers or sisters, when I'm around them, their accountability squeezes out of me what's already inside of me. It encourages me. It makes me better. Pressure can make you better, like a friend does. Right? And when that happens, like it builds your confidence. So it squeezes what's on the inside of you, but it also helps to build your confidence. Pressure builds your confidence. When you were confronted with a challenge, then you can use that training. You can always trust that training, which helps you to build your self-efficacy. The way that you get confident is to do something over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Pressure builds your confidence. You won't cower back because you have the skill set, you have the mindset to respond accordingly. I remember playing basketball. There's this thing in basketball called the full court press, and the purpose of the full court press is for the defense to cause you to turn the ball over so they can score easy. An effective full court press will either cause you to turn the ball over, which gives them a possession, which allows them to score easy. And whenever you turn the ball over, that puts a bruise on your offensive efforts. It prevents you from scoring offensively. That's what pressure feels like. The point of the pressure from the enemy is for you to turn over what you hold as valuable. In basketball, what's valuable is getting the ball through the hoop. That's the only way you can score, by getting the ball through the hoop by any means necessary. If the defense can cause you to turn the ball over, turn your most valuable asset over, then it has a better chance of scoring more points than you can. As long as, but there's a way that you can break a full court press though. As long as your teammates are in the right position, you can break a full court press. Usually, a full court press is broken by a pass in the middle. A pass on the sides is dangerous, but a pass in the middle opens up the floor. And if you have a teammate who understands that they need to be in the middle in order to break that press, it allows you to score easily now. As long as your teammate is in the right position, you can break the pressure, you can break the flow, which builds your confidence. Because when they try to press you again, you now know that you've done it before. You now know that you've seen this before. You now know that you've broken it before and you've been successful before. So it builds your confidence. It builds your confidence. Each point of pressure is an opportunity to grow in patience, to grow in resilience, to grow in endurance. Patience in the press, resilience in the press, endurance in the press will allow you to score easily. But when you panic and turn the ball over, it dampens your confidence. That's why pressure, you have to use pressure as a way to keep you grounded. Pressure can keep you grounded. When pressure comes, your response should be strategic, not anxious. Being grounded, listen to this, being grounded means that you are aware of the circumstances, like you're aware of what's going on around you and how your response can impact your next move. Let me say that again. Being grounded means that you are aware of the circumstances, you know what's going on around you, and how your response impacts the future, how it impacts your next move. You ever watch boxing and you've seen somebody up against the ropes and they have several responses? They can wait it out, they can absorb some blows, or they can swing wildly and get knocked out. The fighter who's up against the ropes, who's getting pressured, the one who stays grounded, the one who stays tight, the one who stays strategic is the one who lasts longer. Listen, all you got to do in a lot of cases when pressure comes is to stay tight, is to stay grounded, not to panic, not to get anxious. I love how Isaiah 40:31 says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. One way that person that's boxing, that's getting pressured, that they wait, that they stay grounded, they're getting their bearings again. They're renewing themselves. They're absorbing the punches but they're staying tight. Pressure keeps you grounded, because if that boxer tries to come out and swing wild, they open themselves up to an even more vicious attack. But in most cases, when that boxer stays tight and strategic, it allows them to see openings that everybody else can't see. It allows them to wait it out a little bit longer, to hear that ding. So now you can go back to your corner, get your water, get Vaselined up, get coached up. You can breathe now to fight another round. But if you get over anxious, if you get overconfident, if you get out of your position, if you stop weaving, if you stop feigning, if you stop being patient, then the likelihood of you getting knocked out increases. So pressure will cause you to stay grounded, to stay tight, and stay strategic. Pressure can be your friend. Pressure builds your confidence. Listen, so from this day forward, when pressure comes, don't run from it. Press in, lean in. God is drawing you closer to the fire to burn away the things that no longer serve you, but also to reveal who you really are, to increase your self-efficacy, so that you can be everything that he's called you to be. Thank you for joining us today. Truly appreciate it. Hope you got something out of it. Remember that what you want to become depends on your willingness to become it. Have a great day.